Welcome. I'm Kate Bowditch, owner of Clearwater Counseling and Hypnotherapy in Everett, Washington. I'm a licensed mental health counselor and a clinical hypnotherapist. And we are examining some of what I call the 7 pillars of wisdom for your own therapy practice. As a practitioner, over time, we come to realize that there are some truths about the work that we do that are worth kind of making as fundamental, that are perhaps we think of them as unique to us, but in fact, they're quite universal. I wrote this book, 2020 Insight, Advanced Theory and Practice of Hypnosis, in 2007, and yeah, that's better. In which I discuss a whole range of things in my practice and from my practice. It was originally just I started as a series of articles for my club's newsletter, the Charles Tebbetts Club, and that's how far back I go. But and then gathered them together over time to create a book that expanded into other areas and is now this book, 2020 Insight. And in it, I've got, let me see, I've got dreams, I've got cases of clarity. There's sometimes when you're going along with a case and suddenly it just gets clear, gets very clear. And those are wonderful. And so I have some in there. Non-visual hypnosis. What do you do with clients who can't see things in their minds? Then I'm speaking here in particular for hypnosis. But even sometimes in what we hypnotists call talk therapy, they cannot envision a future in which their behavior would be different. And so how do you deal with that? Past life awareness, sometimes it's called past life experience or past life regression. Some interesting cases in there. And then, of course, some scripts and dreams. I love to look at dreams and think about dreams. So this may be just this back of it. And this is a great book. It's got pages you can write notes on to yourself. And in the back, it has a series of scripts, which you can take out, copy, use. Some of them are 100% mine. Some are some I've sort of that have morphed with me over time, but they're extremely powerful. So that's part of the book, Fly and Be Free. So today we're doing number 3 of the 7 pillars of wisdom. And number 3 is everything a client gives you is usable. Everything a client gives you is usable. So let me read what I wrote because I said it pretty well there. Everything a client gives you is usable by you for their work. Many of the case studies in this book are about this topic. Learning to use behavior as it is presented, physically as well as verbally, in a positive way can allow your client to slip through a negative block or an evasive nothingness into behavior he's only dreamed of. This takes practice and a willingness to set aside the need to be right and the desire to be creative and even to be seen as a good therapist or counselor. You can build a bedrock belief that it's okay to be really and truly lost within the session when you trust your ability to use what's presented and keep your sense of direction. Now, those are good words. What do you do? I have a few scripts where a client is supposed to go and see a picture or, go down a tube or go up a stairway or any of those visual things. And what they have is a blank wall, absolutely blank, nothing. And for many clients, that's kind of the end of the line for hypnosis. But you can use that nothingness because we have 5 senses. They may see nothingness. What do they feel? What do they smell? have them put their hands out and touch that nothingness. Is it solid or is it a fog? Have them start to play with it. I've had people say things that sound absolutely right. I had a client say the worst thing in the world to say to him was, "Are you okay?" And I thought, well, that's kind of weird, but he was abused with that. So his job was to say nothing and to always say, oh yeah, I'm okay, when he was definitely not okay. So "Are you okay?" meant to him, keep your secrets. We don't want to know you. Terrible. So these are just ways to play with it. We all have 5 senses. Play with the boulder they get instead of picking up a crystal ball. Sometimes you can say, as you look at that door with no handle, you can realize a new and different way to open it that you had not known before. Do it now and tell me about it. And they will. Or if there's a big boulder in the path that they can't move, step back and turn around, and there on the path behind you is exactly the tool you need. And sometimes that tool can be grandfather. It can be the book they lost in the library when they were 9, whatever it is. But being able to work with that is a very, very powerful piece. So happy work with that. Play with that. See what you can do with a client's strange presentations. And write me about it. Comment on this blog. I really like that. And I would like to put some of the questions together and make another blog at the end of this about your questions. Wouldn't that be fun? So thank you. And I'll see you again. Bye-bye.